Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of November, 2022, and I hope you are keeping very well. I was thinking life is very tough nowadays. It's tough for a particular reason. I think it's tough to find the right balance. It probably has always been tough to find the right balance, but I think even more so now. Because the choices are greater. What do I mean? Well, what I mean is, in Thailand, people are always talking about work-life balance, meaning free time, that kind of thing. Although they normally mispronounce it. There's a Thai way of saying it, which is work-life balance instead of balance, which is kind of weird. But anyway, it's a loan word in Thai. But that's not the only kind of thing. That's not what I'm just considering. Right now, if you're like me, you're probably really worried about the state of political discourse and the rise of fascism across the world. It seems people have forgotten World War II already. I mean, it's true there are fewer and fewer people alive who actually experienced World War II. I have one aunt and one uncle left in my family that experienced it, but my parents are gone and that kind of thing. And so but I don't know what's happened, but people are willing to kind of put that out of their heads or something, or willingly forget about it. What a terrible thing fascism was, but it's creeping around the world. So people with regular intelligence are concerned about this, but how concerned should you be, and how worried should you be, and how does that affect your life? If you're worried to the extreme point that you are so concerned all the time, you probably can't do anything else. You need to be concerned and do what you can, but then realize that there are limits to what individuals can do. Maybe some can do more than others. People with clout can do more than others. People with political capital can do more than others. But that's one thing. Then of course there's global warming. We're all on a self-destructive path right now, and most people understand this. But how worried can you be about it? Like, you can do your bit. You can try to reduce your carbon footprint, etc. But of course, it's limited in what we can do as individuals. How much creativity should you put into something, and how much should you rest and just be a couch potato? This kind of balance is constantly one. So I would like to encourage everybody to kind of take a step back and think about your choices for everything, about how much of things that you do, and if it's the right balance, or if you are making yourself not very well because you are worrying or concerned too much about one thing or another. It's even true that, how good a person we should be, right? We can't be saints. I don't believe in any such thing as saints. Every human being has his or her own, foibles, let's say. We can't all give all of our money to the poor and go around, helping those underprivileged constantly. You could, some people do that, but I think for most people that's too difficult. So we have to kind of, protect ourselves a bit. On the other hand, we should not become billionaires, because that is so lacking in it's so wasteful, I should say, of resources for humanity. So, it's finding the right balance. There's a right balance for you somewhere in there. I hope you find it. Anyway, I better get on with the Sudoku, because I've got work to do. I just realized I'm chatting away here, and time is ticking away, and I do have things to do. I'm not going to explain the rules of Sudoku. I'm just going to start saying 5's block up here and 5's block down there, and you know what that means, don't you, dear viewer? So 5 goes there. I'm also armed with a cup of coffee, so if you hear my spoon jangling, you'll know what it is. Hold on. Just had breakfast. Right, 5 up, 5 down, 5 across here. That's where the 5 goes. 5 blocking this square, 5 blocking this square. You see where I'm headed, don't you, dear viewer? 5's along here, 5 across here, and 5 there. So in this column down here, there's just one location for the 5. It's there. Okay, I see an 8 blocking up here and an 8 blocking down there, so let's immediately place that 8, shall we? Now over here, I see the 7 and the 8. 7 and the 8 blocking this square here, so that means 7 and 8 are here, and so this has to be 9 logically, doesn't it? We can see that. This is the medium level game. I forgot to mention that, of course, but you knew that already because you clicked on the thumbnail and you saw, and you thought, oh, that's a medium level. That's okay for me. I can probably do that one fairly easily. Or maybe you thought medium is perfect for me because I'm not very good at Sudoku and I'm still learning the basics. 1 and 3 block this square here, right? 1 and 3 are not allowed here. That means that 1 and 3 must be placed in these squares to complete this row. And to actually complete the row, we still need 6. Now that's going to, I'm going to say 6 blocking up here, 6 across here. So 6 is in one of these 2 squares, blocking right across that row to the right. 6 blocking across here and 6 up here. So that gives us a 6 in that square there. We can, since we're on the topic of 6s, we can do this, can't we, and get a 6 in that square there. Excuse me. My voice is back this morning. I have another day of speaking, but I do manage to get a bit of a break in between sessions today, and so that means I can rest my voice for a little bit. So, and in fact, I might even be able to get the game of Sudoku in at just after lunch or something before I do my second long session. 9s are going to be in, and 9 is going to be in this square here, I should say. Okay, missing numbers in these 3 squares are 1, 2, and 8. We have 1 and 8 blocking this square, so therefore that must be a 2. We have 9 blocking this square here, so the 9 goes there, and the 7 will finish that block. 7 blocking across here now. 7 is in that square. We said before 7 and 8, so 8 must be there. There's one gap here, so let's fill that gap. Let's plug that gap with 4, because that's all we're allowed to put there. It's not like we have a choice. We are forced when we play Sudoku. 4's block up here. That will be the 4. 4 blocks this square and 4 blocks this square. So in this column, that's where the 4 is. What's left to be done? What's missing from this middle section here? We don't have 1 and 3, I said before, didn't I? And here we are lacking 2 and 8. So the 8 blocks down here, that's where the 8 goes, and that's where the 2 must live permanently. Okay, shall I start going through the numbers one by one now just to see anything that's useful? So we have 1s in these squares and 1s in those squares. And not too much else. I don't have any completed digits yet, by the way. Still looking for the first finished number. Okay, so 2 blocks across here like this. So I just said that 1s have to be in these squares, right? You notice, if you're not sure, rewind a little bit. And now we know that 2s are there as well. So these must contain 1 or 2 here. Okay. Now that we know that those contain 1 or 2, we can say that the 7 blocking up here, so 7 goes in that square there, and this will be the 3 then. I think I'm going to start going through again. Let's see if what else can be done fairly quickly, because I still don't have any completed digits, which is quite a long time, really. Now we have our 3. I didn't realize that before. 3 blocking this square. We need a 3 here, so 3 is there. 7 finishes off that column. I hadn't spotted it before, but it had been available before. I just hadn't noticed it, and that's the thing about Sudoku, isn't it? It's what you notice and how observant you are on any given day. 7 is now done. First number in the bag. Not much change there. 2s, nothing changed really. 3s now. 3s are more hopeful. Yeah, okay. I thought I was quite hopeful on 3s. 3s block like this. That's where the 3 must go. Four blocks up here now, so that's where the 4 is. Then 4 across here and up here like this, so that puts a 4 there. Now of course we've got 1 blocking up and 1 across here, so 1 is in that square there, I should say. 8 blocks across here, so that's where the 8 goes, and 9 is in this square here. Down here we're looking for 1 and 6, I think. Oh, there's 1 empty. Oh, I thought I was getting a telephone call. No, it's a message. When my wrist tingles, you know, it means either means a phone call is coming in or I'm getting a message. It's okay. It's just a message. What's missing from down here? I've looked away from the screen and lost it. It's an 8. We have 8 blocking across here and across here, so 8 must fit there. 4, 7, and 8 are now done. We have 9 blocking across here and 9 blocking down there, so that's the space for the 9. The last digit to get here is going to be a 2. Okay, most of the grid is done now, just little bits and bobs to go, as is usual for a medium level Guardian game. Most of the time they're about this level of difficulty, which is really a kind of easy level, I would suggest, rather than medium. But anyway, what's missing from here? Oh, we need a 5. There we go. And in here we still need, I don't know, a 6 maybe? Okay. So where to look now? Down here, what's going on? What's missing across here? 1, 2, and 9. So we have 9 blocking here, and we have 9 blocking here, so that's where the 9 goes. The 2 blocks here, so that's where the 2 goes, and then the 1 will finish there. What can I see? I can see a 2 blocking across here and a 2 blocking down there, so that's where the 2 goes. The last number to place here will be a 3. And then not much more to go, is there? Okay, this was 1 and 2, right? Up here. So that means this has got to be 1 or 2 without too much thinking. So the 2 blocks this square here, so we know that that's the 1, that's the 2, and that's the 1. 1 blocks down here, that's the 1. Last number to place here is a 3. 3 is also needed here. 1 blocks across here, so 1 goes there. 6 is all we need here. 6 blocks across here, giving itself a home there, and 5 will finish today's medium level grid. That's it. Thank you very much. Hope to see you later in the day for more Sudoku and generally harder than this. Right, bye bye.